before we get into the lesson this week, we need your help. Hi, I'm your Xtreme Kidz host, Jeffrey. We are looking for 10 people right now to serve on our Xtreme Kidz studio team in productions, scripts, editors, and as hosts. Remember, you can serve at any age from anywhere. So say yes!
Hi everyone, it's awesome to see so many friendly faces today. It always feels better when we're together. In fact, that's what we're talking about this month.
We're talking about how being together is better. We're talking about friendship.
That's right, Reagan. Friendship is using your words and actions to show others you care.
Of course, friendship isn't something we humans just thought up. We're created by God to be creative. Let's thank God for that.
Everybody, everywhere, needs a friend who is always there. Jesus, you are the one, 'cause you showed me that you always care. When you gave your life and you rescued mine, you showed that you really do love me. So every step I take and the words I say will be filled with your love so the world can see. I wanna be the kind of friend that you are to me, Jesus. 'Cause I'm gonna be what you said to be. I know I can be 'cause you are my friend. I'll say it again. You are my friend. I'll say it again. I can trust you, we'll never leave, 'cause you said that you'll always be there for me. And you kept your word, so I know it's true. And now I can do the same things you do. When you gave your life and you rescued mine, you showed that you really do love me. So every step I take and the words I say will be filled with your love so the world can see. I wanna be the kind of friend that you are to me, Jesus. 'Cause I'm gonna be what you said to be. I know I can be 'cause you are my friend.
Yeah, you are my friend. Yeah, you are my friend.
You are my friend.
Yeah, I'll say it
I'll
again.
say it again.
I'll say it again. Yeah, you show me love. You show me grace. I carry you with me to every place. Love one another, all my sisters and brothers. And when I'm in trouble, you show me you love me.
When you gave your life, made a sacrifice, you showed that you really do love me. So every step I take and the words I say will be filled with your love so the world can see. I wanna be the kind of friend that you are to me, Jesus. 'Cause I'm gonna be what you said to be. I know I can be 'cause you are my friend.
Yeah, you are my friend. Yeah, you are my friend.
You are my friend.
Yeah, I'll say it
I'll
again.
say it again.
I'll say it again. Yeah.
Now, let's hear about what a man named Solomon has to say about friendship.
The story before the story.
Today, we're in the book of Ecclesiastes. Much of Ecclesiastes was written by someone called the teacher, who was likely Solomon.
Solomon became king while he was still very young. God told him to ask for anything he wanted, so Solomon asked for wisdom, and God gave it to him.
Solomon showed such wisdom that people came from far away just to see him. Solomon lived a full life filled with riches and fame and anything he could ever want.
But at the end of his life, he began to think about and question what really matters.
In Ecclesiastes, Solomon shared what he learned about life under the sun. which is where our story starts.
Take it away.
Hey everyone, I'm Brian. As King Solomon grew older, he started to see that being super smart or famous or rich cannot make you happy for very long. In chapter 4 of Ecclesiastes, he talked about a guy who works super hard, super long hours.
Money, 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 money.
Hey, dude, I'm not everything.
And then the man looked around and realized he wasn't happy. There was nothing and no one he really cared about.
Who am I working so hard for anyway?
Bottom line, this guy had no friends. He had no one to share his life with. King Solomon used that setup for these next verses that pack a big punch. 2 people are better than 1. They can help each other in everything they do. Now, you probably hear things all the time like, you do you, follow your heart, go after your dreams. Now, there is some truth and wisdom in those words, but at the same time, they can push you to go it alone and just focus on yourself. And that can leave you feeling, pretty empty. After all, we are designed to be friends with God and with each other. Solomon went on to write, "Suppose either of them falls down, then the one can help the other one up. But suppose a person falls down and doesn't have anyone to help them up, then feel sorry for that person." Here's the first thing to remember. A good friend can help you. Maybe you trip while running on the playground and faceplant in the dirt with a skinned knee. When that happens, you definitely want a friend close by to give you a hand up. But it could also mean that you crashed and burned on your last math test. A good friend might be able to step in and help you study and understand. Let's check out the next part of the verse. 1 person could be overpowered, but 2 people can stand up for themselves. It's so important to remember that a good friend can stand up for you. Sometimes people who are hurting will hurt others. Chances are there's someone in your life who ignores you, says hurtful things to you, or talks about you behind your back. That's always hard to face, but when a friend stands up for you, it's a lot easier to bear. Now let's wrap it up. Solomon finished, "And a rope made out of 3 cords isn't easily broken." See, the only thing better than 1 good friend is 2. In the ancient world, rope made out of 3 strands was the gold standard. It could withstand just about anything. If 1 friend can help, encourage, and stand up for you, a group of 3 friends can do that even better for each other. Some people think that Solomon wasn't talking about another person here, but rather God. If both you and your friend trust God and are choosing to follow Jesus every day, your friendship will be even stronger. You can encourage each other daily to grow and be more like Jesus in everything you do. Let's take a look at all of that together. 2 people are better than 1. They can help each other in everything they do. Suppose either of them falls down, then the one can help the other one up. But suppose a person falls down and doesn't have anyone to help them up, then feel sorry for that person. 1 person could be overpowered, but 2 people can stand up for themselves. And a rope made out of 3 cords isn't easily broken. Looking back on his life, Solomon realized that it wasn't the money or fame that brought him joy. It was the gifts of God, including the people in his life. The end.
Wow. I mean, we spend so much time just wanting more money and stuff.
But Solomon had all that stuff, and it didn't make him happy.
That's right. It was the people in his life who mattered most.
So what's our part in the story?
We weren't designed to live life alone. Even Jesus modeled how important it is to have friends when he chose his 12 disciples. If Jesus needed friends, we certainly do too.
But not just any friends.
That's right. You want to choose friends who help you, who encourage you, and stand up for you.
And you can do the same for them too.
Now, you might not feel like you have really good friends or that the friends you have don't treat you very well, but the best way to get a good friend is to be a good friend.
Be friendly to everyone, but look for someone who enjoys the things you enjoy and makes wise choices. Someone who loves, like Jesus.
And you might have to step outside of your comfort zone a little and maybe invite a kid you don't know very well to play a game.
Keep your eyes open at school and church, and maybe be willing to try a new activity where you could meet a new friend.
Because having a good friend can make all the difference in the world.
You got it. See you next time.
The Adventures of Christine by Chris Gillum. Let's be friends. Ouch! A bee stung me. Are you okay? Where did it go? Bzz. Hey, bee, you leave my friend alone. Got it? Whoa. Bees also have friends. Run!
Wow, that was great. Now back to our extreme hosts. It seems that Solomon looked back at his life and realized that it wasn't the money or the fame that brought him joy.
He found joy from the gifts of God, including the people in his life.
It's important that we choose friends who help us, encourage us, and stand up for us. So remember,
choose your friends carefully.
Now let's head to small group and talk some more about being a good friend. Or if you're watching on YouTube, here's a discussion question for you. What makes someone a good friend?